Okay, that means we can get started. 7 o'clock sharp.
Okay.
Excellent.
Meeting's called to order. There's no, hey, Crystal? Do you know, you're
Any
muted.
members in
Hi, Lee.
attendance?
Hi, Lee,
Did
this is
Cynthia
Crystal.
Mortimer get approved as an alternate?
Cynthia Mortimer, I believe, was approved as a full member. I will go back and check. Yes, Cynthia Mortimer was approved as a full member.
Oh, I didn't realize we had a membership open.
We did
Okay,
for a full member for a Republican.
okay, because I haven't gotten anything
That
regarding her.
that should be coming.
Okay, and I didn't get we approved Lori, but I didn't get anything
Yes,
with
that's
her
be-
either.
Lee, that's because the mail goes to the copy room in the town hall, and I have that. And
Okay.
Cynthia Mortimer was just approved at the last Board of Selectmen's meeting, and that letter will be going to the mail room in the copy room.
Okay.
So she doesn't
Okay,
know she was approved, so she didn't get invited to the meeting?
She was
she didn't
invited
get-
to the Selectmen's meeting. She didn't check her email, I guess.
yeah, we invited her last month's meeting.
Okay,
Yes, and I just checked, and unfortunately, it's my error. Her name was not on the agenda list. But I do wish everybody would let me know who they are.
Oh, yeah, okay, everybody state their name. Lee Wessler.
Crystal Adams,
Pam
Jean-
Spaeth.
Jean Pillow,
Lori Barefoot.
Beth Bernard.
Jordan, you there?
You got your mic muted, Jordan.
I'm here, yeah, here.
hey,
Okay,
Okay, so I have Lee, Crystal, Pam, Jean, Lori, Beth, Jordan, and myself,
Ruby,
and Ruby. Okay. Thank you.
okay, so I guess Pam's still an alternate then. So Pam is seated, but she can vote because we don't have enough. She's sitting in for Lisa.
Well, I'm
Uh,
only an alternate because I'm a Democrat. Is that it?
Yes, yes, sorry.
So Pam, I'm going to be stepping down. I will switch with you. You can become a full and I'll become an alternate.
Well, all right, dear, but why are you stepping down?
Because I got a lot of traveling to do.
Good for you. What are you making?
A blanket for my newest grandchild, which is coming April 21st, and home birth, and I'm invited.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Nice.
Good for you.
Okay, no public to participate. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes from last?
I have some corrections that should be made.
Of course.
Okay,
Okay, under chairperson's report, the word aquifer should be struck out because it's a surface water program, not an aquifer program. Under communications, the grant that I asked for the support letter was for the river network. And was not with Maura Roby, so Maura Roby should be struck out. And under open discussion, Maura brought up a meeting that's coming up, which will be tomorrow, or maybe I brought it up. It's not being hosted by NRCS, it's being hosted by the Eastern Connecticut Conservation District.
Where
Okay.
is that?
It's under open discussion. And on my screen, it's on the second page, first line. Get out the word, the groups, the upcoming meeting hosted by NRCS. It is being hosted by the Eastern Connecticut Conservation District.
okay, anyone else have any corrections? So it is a motion to approve with Jean's corrections.
So moved. Jean
Is there
says,
a second?
Second.
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 Who moved?
Jean,
Really?
Who seconded?
I second it.
Ruby.
Ruby seconds. Is there
Alright.
any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, any abstentions? No. Okay, treasurer's report. Anything new, Grace?
Okay, well, yeah, it's $844.38 in the budget. The $1,000 went to ECCD. And the corrected amount with interest is 2161.22.
Good for us. Any
Yes.
questions for the treasurer?
How much interest do we get?
What? 12 cents.
Yay.
Any more questions for the treasurer? Okay, chairperson has nothing to report. Communications, Grace, you got anything?
No, Crystal was nice enough to pick that up.
This is Crystal. We have 2 issues of Connecticut Wildlife. And we also have a copy of the letter for Lori Barefoot for being on the commission, and that was CC'd to Lee. And Lee, once Brenda does the letter for Cynthia Mortimer, that letter will also go in the mailbox.
Okay. I got something from Jay Swan. If anybody's interested, there's a Connecticut hemp grower series.
What is that?
Any,
Excuse me?
I can forward it to you. There's been 2 webinars already, and there's 5 more coming up.
Okay.
Do you want me to forward that to you, Ruby?
Me? I've
No,
got-
Yeah.
I
it
got
was
my
Lori.
hemp out.
Oh, Lori, do you want me to forward that to you?
Yes, I would like to see what, a little bit more about that.
Okay, I'm doing it right now.
I know people who've signed up to be allowed to do hemp growing in Connecticut, and it's really strict on how much THC the product could accumulate, and growing conditions can make that number vary. And if your crop is too high in THC, you have to destroy the whole crop. So it's a very, very hard thing to get involved in. The crop is being grown for non-drug purposes, maybe for CBD oil, and then for the hemp product, the fibers and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's a hard program to work in, a lot of risks in it right now.
Yeah, well, I personally, I'm not sure I would want to grow it, but it's a massive industry. And I think that Connecticut is probably prime growing land for future.
Yeah.
Whether or not I do it is,
It's also a
Absolutely
renewable
relevant.
resource, which is
Yeah.
a positive thing. You could use it for a lot of things. People make bricks out of the
Yeah.
or the fibers, and you can make clothing if you're set up to do that. And it also helps to sequester carbon in the soil, I think, because I
Yeah.
don't
Right.
think it's an annual crop. So
Yeah,
there's
it's
a
a
lot of
great-
positives to it. It's just a hard thing to do from what
I'm
Right.
pretty sure that if I grew it, my alpacas would probably destroy my crop, but
but they feel good. No,
Yeah.
no aches and pains with all that
they feel
CBD.
good doing it. But
So
I definitely want to see a little bit more about this. It sounds interesting.
yeah, it's in your, I forwarded it, so it's in your mailbox
Great.
right now.
Thanks.
And then we got something from Town Hall. If anybody's interested in the equal opportunity rules, and anyone want that forwarded to them? I didn't think so. Okay.
Is that I'd like to see, would you forward it to me, please, Lee?
Okay,
Is it
I'll be
like
right-
about a workshop? Because I know there's a workshop tomorrow afternoon on it.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm sending it to you.
There's a lot more attention being placed on making sure there's equal opportunities through all different programming.
That's absolutely a
Okay,
topic right now. Mhm.
okay, you should get that.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to old business. Gene, DRC.
We had no reason to meet. I did read that the 3-lot subdivision on Center Road has been withdrawn because they sold the property and the new property owner doesn't want to subdivide. That was in the PCC packet.
Okay,
What lot is this?
It's-
It's on Center Road. I
Sure.
don't have the map block and lot number in my memory, but it was
That's all right.
under, PZZ review, and then the lot got sold and the new owner withdrew the application, from what I understood.
Great.
Yeah, good.
hey, Crystal, anything with open space?
The February open space meeting was canceled.
Okay. Okay, you mentioned, you reported the only thing in P and Z that seemed appropriate. You see anything else in P and C, Gene, we need to talk about?
I did notice in the scheduling of regulation reviews that they were gonna look at aquifer overlay. It made their
Oh, I missed
list.
that. Oh, good for
That
us.
was- It made their list, so I thought, okay, with that, I didn't see the new checklist on that.
No, I haven't heard anything from Jeff. Grace, anything with Ag Commission?
No, unfortunately.
No,
Okay,
they haven't been meeting. They're not into the Zoom thing.
okay,
We've been in touch with
Um,
Stuart.
okay. Beth Ruby, anything with stewardship? And Laura, you're doing stewardship now, right?
Yes, but I have to say I didn't do anything this last month.
Okay,
And I,
let
wa-
us know on the ground.
yeah, that's what I was going to ask for the experts who do it. How do you do it in the snow?
You don't if you're smart.
Yeah, I mean, we do it as we can,
Okay,
as our schedules and the weather allow. So,
understood.
yes, it has been quite slow due to the weather lately. So stay tuned for next month. Maybe
Okay,
we'll get some
sounds good.
melting
Better
snow.
weather's coming.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Gene, anything with pollinator pathway that's new?
Well, I did submit 2 articles, one to the New Roxbury Land Trust newsletter and one to the Garden Club, the Quiet Corner Garden Club newsletter. New Roxbury's newsletter hasn't come out yet, but I did see it published in the Garden Club newsletter. And let's see, I still have not contacted a speaker, but I plan to do that relatively soon to try to get something before the end of March, so we can have someone come in and get everybody excited about it again. I know I'm leaving something out, but that's enough for now.
Hey, Crystal, anything new with Sustainable Connecticut?
No, I don't have anything to report.
Good.
Okay, and with the wetland agent, I got an email from Maura that she's still waiting to hear from the chairperson of the Wetlands Committee, and she hasn't drafted the letter yet, so leave that on the agenda for next month, Grace. Hey, new business. Anyone go to any workshops? Any workshops coming up other than the hemp?
I've been to a lot of workshops and some of them are eye-opening, but I've been attending a series of workshops on the health impacts of nitrogen pollution. And this workshop series is, top-notch scholars and government agency people from across the United States. And as much as we worry about nitrate pollution here in Eastern Connecticut in our farm valley, we've got nothing on, the Midwest and how bad it is. And the health impacts that are being investigated besides blue baby syndrome from elevated nitrate in drinking water include thyroid disorder and was it MS? I'm trying to remember. There were a couple of the other ones that were linked to high nitrate levels. And the safe drinking water level for nitrogen or for nitrate is 10 milligrams per liter. And they're beginning to suspect that chronic exposure to lower amounts could have an accumulating impact. So it's a huge issue. And like I said, we have very little to be concerned with compared to the Midwest, where it's all ag land and their groundwater is got elevated nitrate levels in it. But we're also looking at methods to reduce nitrogen pollution. So I thought it'd be useful to go to. And
Are
I
we
went
talking mostly about fertilizer use?
in this particular workshop, it's fertilizer and ag waste manure. So
Okay.
it was, they use an awful lot of it, and it just goes right through the soil and gets into the groundwater, and then from the groundwater gets into the rivers, and it's causing a dead zone in Gulf of Mexico, but that's not the focus of this workshop series. And then, sorry,
That's all
the
right.
dog wants to get repositioned. Ruby, this is Ruby.
Hey, Ruby, that's how I always know a lot of Ruby dogs. They're people.
Let's see. Another one I went to was on PFAS, or the PFAS and PFOS, which are forever chemicals that are very commonly used. They're invented in the 40s, and they are in fire retardants and in non-stick cookware, plastics. It's just like a very popular chemical that's been used in industry for a lot of different things. And there are health impacts that are being, that are being discovered. And these things, once they get into the environment, don't go away. And they were talking about tracing how much of this material gets released in wastewater. And, because it's in our bodies, and we consume it in our food. And then in some states, they actually use what they call them biosolids, which is a very polite word for the solids from wastewater treatment plants. They use them in agriculture. It's illegal in Connecticut, thank goodness. So in other states, they're taking the biosolids and putting it on the fields and putting it back into the plants, and then people are eating it, and it just keeps compounding in the food chain. No solutions offered. It was just depressing. But then I thought about how in Connecticut, we don't use the biosolids. What do we do with the biosolids? We burn it at the incinerators to make energy, and then we put it up the smokestack, and who knows where it is. So it was I go to these workshops to get informed, and then I get really depressed.
It sounds depressing. Yes.
It's the more you know, the more you could be depressed about, trust me. And
Wait
the
till
final
those hemp
workshop-
farmers start.
Sorry.
Wait until those hemp farmers start.
Yeah, so maybe there can be some conversion of the waste in the ground by growing hemp, right?
Well, I know there are certain bioremediation programs to take certain contaminants out of the soil by planting plants that are known to accumulate them, and then you destroy them, and you don't put them back into the
Don't use
ground.
it.
But I don't know what hemp would do.
Yeah.
Finally, the Eastern Connecticut Conservation District is having a meeting tomorrow, hosting a meeting tomorrow, and the meeting focuses on water quality in the Little River and programs for agricultural producers, whether they are professionals or hobby level farmers, and technical assistance available to give people guidance on ways to reduce your impact from agriculture. So that meeting starts at 9 a.m. and you have to pre-register for the meeting. So you get the Zoom login, And we're getting a good diversity of people, both local and from the agency level, signing up for the workshop. But anybody's welcome to sign up. Lisa Davidson will be attending from New Zealand tomorrow.
Wow.
I love saying that when I'm at a meeting. Hi, Lisa, where are you again? And I'll also have somebody from California on the call. But again, we're going to be reviewing some of the benefits of what we've done in the past, working with our ag producers, and what we're hoping to be able to do in the future. And anybody's welcome to attend. I will check my email first thing in the morning. If you want to sign up, just send me an email at Jean, JEAN .pillow, PILLO @comcast.net. And I'll send you the registration information. And when you register, then you'll get the link to the Zoom meeting.
Can you repeat your email address, please?
JEAN, Jean,
Yeah.
dot, P as in Paul, ILLO, @comcast.net.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Jean, I
Okay.
think I am signed up for that, but I apologize. I can't come.
Okay,
'Cause I
understood.
have a meeting for work, but I am attending the Connecticut Outdoor Environmental Education Association meeting conference on March 15th. The focus this year is environmental equity and justice, so it should be a good one. That also has been combined with the Yukon Natural Resources Conference as well. So
Oh, has it? I didn't know that.
yeah, they last year they joined forces for some reason.
Okay,
And,
anyone else have any upcoming workshops?
I'm signed up for that workshop tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that's a good one. Sounds like a really good one. Okay, we're getting done in record time. Open discussion. Ruby, you got anything?
Nothing.
Gene, anything else?
Good.
No? That's a first.
Oh, I do. Wait a minute. I take it back.
I knew it.
I took what Ruby started for our Facebook page, and I was having trouble getting it to do what I wanted to do, but I remembered that I could take that as a account and create a page off of it. So there is now a Woodstock CT Conservation Facebook page that I really need help getting people to start to sign up for and follow, so that we can start really promoting the pollinator pathway. It is something that if someone else has an interest in using the Facebook page for conservation themed posts only, I put it right on the Facebook page. This is not a forum for political discussion, and any political discussion will be deleted. But if anybody else would like the login information to be able to post to it, or if you have a Facebook page, I can invite you to be an administrator on the Facebook page, and then you can put stuff up as well.
Jean, for clarification, did you make a Facebook group?
I'm not,
From our Facebook page, you made a Facebook group?
I think
Yeah.
I did that by mistake, but I created
I
a
think
separate.
that's the only way you can do it. From what I'm hearing, what you did, what you think you did, it's not a separate page, it's a group
All right, so it's a group under our page. So
under
let's
our
see.
page. So if you were to put on our page, so everyone's already a friend on our page, if you were to put an announcement out there, please join our group, and then put the link, everyone who's already on our page will go to that, and anyone coming onto our page will then know to go to the group.
What's the name of the page? Woodstock,
It's
Connecticut?
Woodstock
CT
CT Conservation is the,
is the group.
Didn't we all get an invite to that?
I had, whoever I had their contact information with, got the invite. I couldn't invite everybody because they're not in my contact list.
So, but what's the page? The group is Woodstock CT Conservation. What's the page?
The page is CC Woodstock CC or CC Woodstock. I can't remember how it ends up. Woodstock Conservation Committee. So it's Woodstock CC, I believe.
So why is there a group and a page?
Because you can't, if you are a business, you want to get around having to pay to be a business, you make yourself a person. So we are CC Woodstock. That's our
And that
We are-
person created,
person.
I thought it was creating a page off of the person's account. And so I have many of these that I manage for work. I have one for the Naturally Natchog. I have one for Roseland Lake, or Bet created it, and I have administrative privileges. And what I did was so that I can, from my phone, post things without having to put in, to log out of my personal Facebook page and then log back in as the other one. So I gave myself privs to do administrative stuff on that page from my phone. So it's.
Well, I can tell you that, that's not me.
No, it's me.
Okay, that a lot of people were wanting to come into the Facebook page because the email settings were set to go to our email. So I was getting them. So I went into the Facebook page and turned off all the email notifications for Facebook. And then you just go to so you have to know to go to the Facebook page to allow everybody in. So I did that. I went to the Facebook page and allowed everybody in, that was like yesterday or the day before. And that's something you have to regularly do to get people in. And as far as joining the group, though, I think people can join the group without joining the page.
Well, right now I have 10 followers to the page and the group or whatever it is. And I'd like to grow that.
Well, if
Are you saying the name of the page is just Woodstock CC?
CT.
CT.
Woodstock
No, that's the
CT
group.
Conservation is the one I set up. That's the one I want to use.
If you could send me the link for that, Grace, I'll
That's-
put it on the page.
Well, the problem is I can't copy the link unless I go onto another device that isn't linked to it, because my phone automatically puts me in as an administrator and I can't just copy the URL. So I'm trying to figure out how to get into it. But if somebody else does it and goes to Woodstock CT Conservation, comes up with the page or see a sunset, because that's the only picture I had available, then take those three little dots up in the corner, click those three dots, you'll get a drop-down menu, and then say copy link. If you copy that link and send it to me, then I can do a lot more, but I can't get to that link because I am the administrator and it won't let me have it.
Trying to do that now.
Yeah, it's not coming up as
Yeah,
a thing for Facebook.
I mean, I got.
Is
the
it, it's
page.
not the sunset is the picture? Yeah,
See that?
yeah, that's, okay. So that's the main page and there's a group under this. What's the purpose of the group?
So I'm thinking it's a web page that under the Facebook page, because that's what I've done in the past. Although I might have the terminology correct.
Yeah, I just
Incorrect.
think it's a terminology issue.
But the basic thing is to be able to broadcast, as we're trying to encourage people to join the pollinator pathway, I can send out little messages very quickly about why this is important, or here's a good example of something, or here's where you can get more information on the best plants to plant, that kind of stuff. And if it's easy for me to do, I'll do it. If it's something that I have to log out and remember a password and copy, I mean, if I can't do it from my phone, it doesn't happen. If I have to go on my computer and work on my keyboard and all that, I just don't go on my computer very often after I get
So
off from work.
can you can make admins for this page, right?
I
Like, who
I can let you be an admin to this particular page.
yeah, could you let all of us be admins? That way we can post things as they happen.
Yeah, I mean, because you
Or
could put
whoever
out
wants to be. I'm not
workshops
saying,
and, yeah, if you'd have to be interested and you'd have to understand the rules that I think that we need to abide by, and that is that
Right.
we're apolitical. We're just putting out information about natural resources and natural resource conservation. I think that's, we're not going to criticize people. We're going to be more leaning towards positives and stuff. Because I don't think that it would be useful to do it any other way.
Gina, I
know-
will try to Facebook friend you right now so you can. add
Okay,
me
and
to
I
them.
just posted on our Facebook page to please follow and like Woodstock, Connecticut Conservation. So it's got a link. All they have to do is click on it and they will be there and then they can follow and like.
Wow, we just went up to 12 people liking the page.
Yeah, I just liked it.
I did as well.
Hi, Gina, I don't have Facebook. This is Jordan. I don't have Facebook, so I can't help you.
Do you use any social media?
No,
Okay,
I don't have Facebook either.
yeah,
Sorry, Ruby, what page did you post that on?
I posted on Woodstock CC. See, I think the rule on making the page that Jean did is that you have to be in person, you know, to create this group. And so CC Woods, she didn't want to use her own person. She didn't want to be the person who was on it. And I didn't want to be the person who was on it. So we created CC Woodstock. And all these, there's 27 friends of Woodstock CC. So now they'll get this in their, on their news reel. They'll see this, please follow and like. And if you go to Woodstock CC, you'll see that it's posted there by me.
But it seems like
Thank
that we just have 2 Facebook pages.
well,
You see
one
what
of
I'm
them is
saying?
like a personal account and one of them, it's like I said, I have, at work, I tried to create a business one without using my name.
I know,
because-
but I'm just thinking from the public's perspective. Like, I think it's really confusing for us to have 2.
But you have to have a person to start a group.
Oh, I see so what you're saying is the name of your person is Woodstock CC. Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying?
Cece,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
Cece, she's the other alternate.
I understand now. And so under Woodstock CC is
I created a
Wood-
group
Woodstock CT Conservation.
and
Yeah,
that,
I now posted it to there. So now when you go to Woodstock CC, you'll see, please follow and like Woodstock, Connecticut Conservation. And all they have to do is like it from there. They click it from there and they've liked it and it'll start showing up in their news
thank you.
feed.
So I started TRB coordinator as a person, and then I created the Thames River Basin Partnership page or group. And I only use the group when I'm broadcasting information to people. It works a lot. It's so much easier, and we keep growing the number of followers, and it's easy for me because then I can just give myself admin privileges to all these different pages, and they're linked to one account on my phone. But when I post, I'm posting as Woodstock CT Conservation, or I'm posting as Naturally Natchug, or I post as New Roxbury Land Trust. So it doesn't have my name in it. People can't go in there and start poking around my files to see my political affiliations. I don't want any of that. I want to just be talking about natural resource conservation, and that's what our role is. So that's why.
And I had created the Facebook page early on before we got permission, and then you gave permission, and then people were seeing it automatically and joining it. And so some people will now see the Woodstock, Connecticut in their friends' news. So, you know, it'll start sharing that way too, as people like it, if they like the general one. But there's no way of getting around not having a person behind
And I
it.
took the time this afternoon through my personal account to share what I posted today about tomorrow's meeting on all the local Facebook groups, Woodstock Proud 2.0, Woodstock Loud, Woodstock Grows, Roseland Lake. And I'm hoping Did I do that one or did I do Little River? I have another group I keep.
Nobody.
So many. But anyway, yeah, please, if you have Facebook, please like it and share it with people you know locally so that they will get to see what we're up to and get the word out.
Okay. Thank you. Laura, you got anything?
No, I did just do what you said though, Jean. I
Yeah.
like it.
Okay. Beth, you got anything?
Kind of a random question that I'm wondering if Jean knows the answer to. On our property, we have the Taylor Masscroft or whatever it's called brook.
Right?
And there's a sign along our brook that said this is the trout watershed. There's a little picture of a trout. Is that deep that puts it, or is that ECCD? Like, do you know who
Is it a
put that
yellow
there?
sign? Is it yellow?
It's like white. I think it's white and blue. There's like
I
a little
know
picture of a trout, and it says this is a trout habitat stream. And it's like pretty well off the road. So I was just wondering like who put that.
I would check with inland fisheries.
Send me a picture of it because I know what their signs
Okay,
look
so
like.
probably
'Cause
do-
I have pictures of most of them, but I don't, it's not a trout management area. There are native brook trout in Millbrook from surveys that have been done in the past. So.
Yeah.
or
Yeah, I was
Masscraft
also
trout.
confused because I never really, it doesn't seem like that type of stream in that exact location too. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
I'll send you a picture.
Well, they've done trout surveys in Millbrook. And I don't know when the most recent ones were, but they did locate native brook trout in Millbrook. And of course, Masscraft Brook is a tributary to Millbrook. So I've never seen the signs.
Okay.
And I don't believe there's any trout management areas, trout parks, trophy trout streams, any of those things, wild brook trout fishing areas in Woodstock. And I look at those kinds of data. So I don't know what the sign is. So if you get a chance someday, send a picture to me and we'll figure out, put it up.
Yeah,
Could be
I'll
a
send you.
relic.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Crystal,
I don't have anything to report.
I have a question, Crystal. Back to the membership. How many members are allowed on our committee? I thought it was 10.
I believe
No.
it's 11
Oh, it's 11.
11
Yes.
plus 3.
Okay,
plus
great.
3 alternates.
Okay, okay. That's how Cynthia got on. Okay, Jordan, you got anything?
Me.
Pam?
Nothing for me, thanks. I'm just writing down everything I will be doing.
Hey, Grace, you got anything to add?
Nothing more, thank you.
How was Florida?
Heck of a lot warmer than here.
I don't know. Did they get hit by the cold snap?
Not at
Uh,
all. I spoke to my son 2 days ago and I think it was like 14 degrees here. He was sitting on the front porch in 75 degrees. I promptly
Okay.
told him I hated him and hung up.
Okay, anything else for the good of the order? If not, is there a motion to adjourn?
A motion to adjourn.
You can't,
I'll
oh
make
yeah,
that.
Pam made a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
And Beth second. Okay. The meeting is closed. Good seeing everybody. Stay safe.
You too. Have a lovely evening.
Hey, I
See you
just
in a month.
found out they rearranged the scheduling for the vaccine and my turn comes up March 1st.
Good luck.
I've been trying to get it for almost a month and can't. It's always booked everywhere.
Well, they're opening up on Monday to 55 and up, so.
So I
Well,
attended a webinar last week with the Connecticut Commissioner for Department of Public Health. And I believe starting this week, the number of vaccine doses that are coming into Connecticut is increasing by 21%. So they do anticipate that more and more openings will be coming available.
Oh, my daughter's getting married at the end of May. I don't want to go to her wedding in fear of dying.
Yeah, just get vaccinated. I got mine. It's
Which
you
one
know,
did you get, Lee?
the Moderna.
I got the first of Moderna. I get the second on the 15th.
Yeah, the second shot is no fun, but You
It's
know,
not,
y-
thank you for warning me.
yeah, the next day just plan to
Nothing.
lie low.
Okay.
But it's a great feeling. I went to 2 restaurants yesterday.
I know, I'm excited. The baby's
Nice
being
to get
born
out.
down in Brooklyn and my son runs a restaurant, so I'll be able to go to the restaurant. the
Yep.
bird.
You got to
That's
give
a
it a
good-
chance to do its job before you can rely
Yeah.
on it, but.
2
Right.
weeks
We
after the
got a
second
head
shot.
start.
Okay,
All right,
everybody.
All
Be
right.
well.
Care,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Right.